Happy whatever day of the week it is. I believe it's Wednesday. We are a little bit late starting today because we've made changes in our backyard again. We had talked a bit about this yesterday. The guy is very patient, though, and I do appreciate that.
He's a freaking saint.
We are moving the pool around. We're putting in new electricity. We're putting in a new water system. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy town. But Christie is going to get her hands washed, which she started. We also have her tablet here. And we're not set up, only because she stayed outside and continued to chat with the guy. So what's going on in your world? Please tell us. We did our Mexico Life Ask Me Anything yesterday. That, I think, went very well. We chatted a bit about electricity, water, that kind of stuff in Mexico. If you want to see it, you have to go to our YouTube channel and you can actually watch what we did last night. I finally did it properly. And it's a terrible recording, though. It's very low resolution, only because we don't pay for high def on that, which is interesting because I thought I got the high def version when I got this system. But now it's just so crazy because this company has grown exponentially. Good morning, Pat.
Morning.
So, yeah, Christie is...
No? Okay.
Okay. So we are moving our bomba, which is our pressure system. We're moving that to the backyard. We're going to get a bigger one. We have a 34-gallon right now. I'm probably thinking maybe 100-gallon. And that way...
Hey, you moved us around.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I switched the... don't do that.
Now I'm on the wrong side. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Hello, Kira. And yes. Well, what happened was, if you look here, I don't know. There we go. Marantz is actually correct now. So we are as we appear in the real world right now. So you're seeing us as we are. Good morning. You're normal again. Thank you, Leslie. Much appreciated.
Normal is so subjective when it comes to us.
Yes. So why don't you move a little closer?
Maybe just move the camera so I can stand here.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why he has to make things more difficult.
It's easier for her if I just move the camera.
You're right. It is. Okay. So Glenda, Karen, Marie, good morning.
Hello, hello.
That's one down.
So what can we tell these people about what's going on in our world, honey? I mean, there's just so much going on.
Well, I think you did. But now that we're doing all these changes, we have to work a lot harder. So we can't have any more fun, anybody. Sorry.
So there you go.
We'll be
yes,
working.
I know, but I was able to read the name of the camera. LOL.
And good morning to Sherry. Okay, let's see. This will be the true test.
What? Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I was on the system and I said, you know what, let's just mirror it. And guess what? It's better.
Guess what?
It's better.
Guess what? All right.
We have the AC on also, just because the humidity is higher. And
yeah.
Christie is
Well,
sweating.
I was really sweaty for being outside in the sun talking to Shirley. Came over. She's so awesome to us. System normal. Shirley came and helped us, and it's just hot outside.
So we're moving the pool around a little. We're also moving where the cistern is. The cistern is an underground water supply system because it's a gravity-fed system. Typically, we're going to put a pressurized system in with the gravity option only if the electricity goes out, because you still want water when the electricity goes out. So there's lots of work that needs to be done here. We're talking 2-3 months.
That's why we will never be able to take any more time off. It's a good thing we have that Mexico City bought and paid for. Otherwise, we'd have to cancel.
Yeah, so we will be working very, very diligently this summer. We're going to be doing a bunch of videos.
Sherry says, I'm warm this morning, so I know Christie would be hot.
Yes.
Glenda can't see enough of me. Well, you got an eye full now, Glenda. And Karen likes our tiles. I know, aren't they fantastic? I love that wall. I love it.
Yeah, we wanted it to look like a piece. We used to have this big armoire that we paid very little for.
And I loved it.
We did.
Loved it, but it just wasn't it's not an efficient use of space. It needs more shelving, et cetera, et cetera. So right now my kids are using it and they're getting the inefficient use of space.
And I'm getting tired of how this camera system looks. I really, really am. Just because with the good lens, et cetera, it's better. And this is driving me crazy.
Well,
the colors are
you
off.
are the one that only made your studio for one person.
Well, that's at the office.
I'm
saying, we're not at the office right now.
I know, because you said it was only for one person, that studio.
No, it can be for two or more. We just need to move things around.
Oh, I'm not moving around.
I bought a new lens, and I also have a teleprompter. So that way I can actually start recording properly without the ums and the ahs.
How come we stopped broadcasting from the patio upstairs?
It's a good question. I don't know. It's just easier here because right now, especially with the AC.
Well, upstairs though, in the shade with the breezes, it would be comfortable.
Yeah, we could do that.
So yeah, actually,
maybe we should do that.
We got a call from an old, and she's not an old lady. She's just an older agent
that we used to work with many years
ago.
16, 17 years.
She has a little rental. She's got 6 rental units. Anyways, long story short, she has asked us to consult with some people that are renting with her. They would like to talk about real estate.
Good morning, Rose.
So I thought that was very nice of her. Of all the agents that she knows, that she asked us to do it.
We're the only ones that really always tell the truth. Like really, I'm not just saying that. I do know that for a fact. In this market, it's crazy how people just make stuff up.
I guess she says, yeah, and I watched some of your videos and I saw the one where they were making that drink. So when we were in tequila.
Yeah, that was rough on your liver there, right, honey?
Well, my liver is fine.
It's a German liver.
Thank you, Dad.
Yes. And she got a Belgian liver and a German liver.
And a little bit of English stuff.
Yeah, so you're kind of like, gin, vodka.
It's a very European liver.
It is a very European. She wants to rule the world and she doesn't know why.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah, because she's somebody's wife.
I got scratched.
Yeah, well, we have injuries everywhere. You've got a bruise that I was going to ask you about, and I'm not going to ask you right here. But it's a bruise on your belly. Do you know where you got that?
Probably from running into a table. I remember running into a table.
Who remembers running into tables? And why would
hurt?
Why would you run into a table?
Well, I didn't run. I was walking and I went to turn really quickly and I thought I was farther away from the table. I didn't realize I bruised though.
Did you knock the table over?
That big one upstairs? Are you kidding me? It would take 10 of me to knock that over.
Maybe. Yesterday, Taylor was running into the living room and she hit her foot on the couch. And then she's like, and then she starts laughing. So I think she wanted it to hurt. It didn't hurt. Yesterday, I touched Ame, just touched her in the belly. Like, I'm going to tickle you, that kind of thing. Just touched her, barely touched her at all. And she's like, ow. I'm like, where is that from? She's going to be a great soccer player someday.
She's a drama queen, that girl.
Yeah, soccer, for whatever reason, is a sport where if you are dramatic, you've got it down pat. It's like somebody just touches you right here and you're like, my face almost fell off. And then they give the guy a penalty.
Okay, I'm almost not sweating anymore.
Well, you're lying now because you are sweating. I've turned that one off. You can turn it on if you like.
No, I'm comfortable.
Okay. We're doing a cross draft of the Jet on the other one. Our AC works so fast in this house. We've got 2 1.5 tons AC units. If we put them,
they're 2 tons, baby. They are 2 tons.
I keep forgetting they're 2 tons. If you put them on Jet, this whole place is cool
in less than 5 minutes.
It is minutes, and the entire place. Then you just have to go low on one, and then you're fine for the rest of the day.
As long as you have some fans on, then you can turn one air conditioning unit off, put the other one on just a nice temperature, and it'll keep us cool, man.
Yeah, it is strange how we are needing AC units on so early. When we were younger, it was so much easier. We would be by the beach also, though, with the breezes, etc. So those were great days. I don't know why this
house has a lot less airflow though than our last
The
house
last-
did.
the-
That last house, that guy that designed it, OMG, he was just so brilliant. And so now that being said too, that house was probably on at least 2 big lots.
Yeah, it's the same size of property as we have here now, maybe even a little larger.
It had to be bigger than what we have now. Yeah. And so you were able to have windows all around the house.
Yeah, here, unfortunately, we have 0 lot lines on this side.
Yeah.
So there's
So
no
in the
windows.
kitchen, there's a front window, but there's no other airflow windows in our kitchen. So that is definitely not the greatest, which is why we put in such a big commercial fan, and that's been working like a charm.
We did have a door here, which would be open typically to a back door, open typically, and you would have that cross draft. And there was also one in our bedroom. We got rid of both of those and threw one in the middle because we're kind of dumb that way.
Well, if you stand in the middle of the house, so you get a great draft goes all the way through.
It is true. I was also thinking that with the garbage can, where that is, if we did those clear bricks, like the bricks with the stuff, then we'd have airflow through the yard. And then I started thinking, what if you had stinky garbage in there?
I know, no, we're
Do
not
I
doing
really
that.
want stinky garbage blowing through my yard?
No. Nope. So we're just going to leave it as it is.
Hello, Monica. We will see you in a few short hours. Christie is very excited because I think we're going to do lunch at the beach today. We'll see.
I scratched myself.
We'll see. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? The beauty is by our office, we've got all the restaurants there, oceanfront restaurants. Our office is so perfect. We went by the old office. I missed Dr. Marcos.
We missed Dr. Marcos too. He's the one that delivered my babies.
Dr. Morrow. I don't know where the hell that came
And that
from.
was a long time ago.
But Dr. Morrow was the best landlord. So
Damn, it's
easygoing.
almost 26 years ago that I had my last kid.
So easygoing, so perfect. And we decided to ruin that. I kept the office upstairs, but we drove by that other office. It's Deadsville over there, like empty streets, just nobody. By our office, it is always busy, always activity going on.
I got an owie.
That's a cut. You sliced that good. On
No,
what?
it's not deep. It's just a surface.
No, but it's like a
little
paper
scratch.
cut. It's like a paper cut.
No, it's more like a scrape in a line, but it's itchy.
Yeah, it is.
It's from, I was weeding in my,
You were weeding.
I was weeding in my, where my, all those succulents are,
Oh yeah.
and I got a scratch.
Yeah,
I'll live.
We are growing some.
Yes, we'll be on our way soon. We're up for anything. Yeah, we won't be at the office until noon.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah, because we do have an 11 o'clock appointment.
Yeah, and I don't know how long it takes you guys to bike that far. I don't know, but yeah, we won't be able to make it till noon. But when you get there, if we're not there, just tell Shirley and Gaddy that we're there, and
how
they'll
cool
take care of you.
that you saw my grandkids and my son and my daughter-in-law. How cool is that? And just only because he yelled out their names, her name, Amberlyn. Yeah, it's very funny how her name just rolls off the tongue.
I'm a little concerned here.
About what?
Well, I need to call Shirley. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because of a showing.
Oh,
I mean, it is in the schedule.
all right.
So I'll just be 1 minute.
I don't know.
She's early.
She is early. So I don't know what we can talk about right now because Christy leaves me.
You can figure it out.
Hanging.
Keep talking.
What can I talk about? Well, last night we talked about the utilities here. Liquid propane, LP. We don't have natural gas here. And we also don't have pipes that take natural gas to your house. So here you have to order your propane as soon as you need it, only because there is no permanent attachment to your property. So liquid propane, for us, we use about 1,000 pesos a month. Most human beings will use 300 pesos, 400 pesos, but that commercial oven has a giant pilot light on it, and it keeps that oven going. That oven is the pilot light's going all the time. We did just get the pilot light fixed, so my understanding is that as soon as it's off, you just turn it on, and there you go. It's not that simple. So we still have time to take care of that. Monica says we'll wander around. I know, so cool. Also, I've seen your babies on Coffee Time, so I recognize them. That's cool. Because there are many, many babies here. I don't think any look like Amberlynn and Taylor, because we told you guys when we were at the pool over a year ago at the beach club, some lady is like, well, your grandkids do not look Mexican because I have a foreigner husband and my babies all look Mexican. Like, she was giving us crap. It was so weird.
Like accusing me of lying.
Like, this lady was bizarre.
It was very strange. Very strange. Okay.
Hello, Sherry.
I said hi to Sherry already.
Well, I'm saying hi now.
You can't do that. That's my job.
Okay. So what can we tell these folks today?
Well, I think
what is going on? I mean, we need to sell more. So if you know anybody who wants to sell their place, let us know. But please, please, please don't make it complicated on the paperwork.
Yeah, let's make these easy.
Don't have any substitute beneficiaries die. Don't have a buyer that forgets to send in the closing costs or chooses not to send in the closing costs, even though you're riding their ass to send in the closing costs, because nothing starts until the closing cost deposit is on hand.
That's right.
So we have a few closings. Well, a closing that's going to be later because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Have we told the seller?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Yeah, no, I mean things are going well.
Oh yeah, we're still selling. We
yeah.
are still selling, and which is good. But now we may do 2 a month versus 2 a week, 2 a day.
Well, yeah, things are slowing down because it's the season, and it's so funny because you talk to realtors north of the border, and they're like, "You guys are just gearing up for your high season, blah 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 blah," and we're like, "Oh hell no, we just finished our high season. Now we are, we've got less to do."
Yeah, but we have lots to do. We are putting our systems in
Yes.
place or writing our systems down. So that way we can just, if anybody's hit by a bus, they can just take a manual and they will be able to be up and running.
So I'm thinking, one thing I think we should do is we have certain things that we want to get accomplished this summer.
Like what?
Well, like a video series, those kinds of things.
What would you guys like to see? Like, that's important.
That's actually a very good question. If you were going to ask a realtor things, or if you wanted to find out things about real estate, what would you want to know about? Because we want to do a couple of series. One of the ones that we're thinking of, which I think will be kind of fun, is do a series, and it doesn't really matter necessarily what the series is going to be about, but do it in different locations in Buceria. So we'd probably have to do it a little more simple than how John likes to do things. But it would be, or we'd have to find something.
Jolene's asking for the updated map. That will have to be something we do this summer.
That
as well.
is on our list for the summer to do.
Yeah. There's a lot.
And you know what? I'm actually very glad that we did not get another map put out this year because of all the restaurants that would normally be on that map that are moving because they're changing things up. So it's, you know what, that's going to make a huge difference to even our existing map. There's so many things on that existing map that aren't where they have been.
Because pretty much all we're going to have are restaurants that will work with us as well.
And what we mean by work with us is give our clients a discount.
Yep. Or holders of the map.
Yeah.
Like 5%, free drink, something like that. And if they do that, we will give them a spot on the map free of charge.
Yeah.
And also, we do want to put all of the construction on there. God willing.
Apparently, I was allergic to something I touched today.
Mm.
I'm itchy.
And one thing that people have given our map to their renters, because we do have all of the major developments on there. So if you had a development and it was on the map, why wouldn't you have it?
And that's another thing that we'll have to add is a bunch of new developments. A bunch.
I really hate working on that map. So if you guys know anybody, yeah, that part's crazy.
You know what? I bet you Gaddy could do it. Yeah. And maybe that could be a summer job for Angela.
Yeah, maybe.
So we'll have to talk about that actually.
There you go.
Yeah. So, Anyway, so the series would be whatever series we decide, but we would do it at different locations. So we would do it at the plaza, we would do it at the beach, we would do it at the sports center, we would do it, pick different kind of not iconic, but known locations in Bucerias or locations that we feel should be known and do it from there. So I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do and go on location for a few different. But what I was saying was, so seriously, you guys, if you have some ideas of a series that would be interesting to you, or if you've already purchased, I'm scratching it on the cement on the thing.
She's like the dog when it's got worms scraping its butt on the ground.
But it's my hands. It's really itchy here. So whatever I touched, it's just.
Jolene loves your idea.
Yeah. So, but for the series, if you already purchased a property and now there are things that that other people want to know about, let us know and we'll do series that way. But as I was talking about for us, because we want to do some more traveling in Mexico this summer, but we have work to do. So we're going to set goals and we're going to say, okay, we have to have X done before we can consider booking another trip. And then X done before we can consider. I think we have to do that. Otherwise, summers get kind of laid back.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're going to do. So John and I will be working on that. And we might even get you guys involved and hold us accountable. John doesn't like that idea, but that's okay. Hi, Clem.
No, I do think that's
how the heck are you?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely something we need to do. It's just there's so much stuff for us to do, plus our life, plus Christie's grandkids. Oh, I want my grandbabies so bad. You need to let that go just a little. Just a little.
No, not while they're this age. I will have to let it go when they're older. You didn't give me a challenge.
John looks impressed. Yeah.
What do you mean I didn't give you a challenge? Oh, to book trips? Yeah, Jolene, of all people, that needs to meet goals before booking trips because you're always booking trips.
Yeah, Jolene, we really do need to have Jolene teaching a course to these foreigners here, just on what you can do in the States.
How to live your best life, because I think you guys are.
But in the U.S., you obviously have more stuff you can do than in Canada or Mexico.
But not only that, it's all the trips that they go on. They're going to Hawaii
That's what I'm saying.
right away.
Let
they were
people
in Greece.
know how they do that being retired, etc. Jolene's a smart cookie. Larry is a very wise man to be married to a woman like that.
Oh, you didn't give me a challenge holding you accountable.
Yeah.
I'm planning a trip to Europe this week. Did you meet your goals?
I think she's retired.
Oh, yeah.
It's us that have the goals.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Damn it.
So we chat.
Why can't we be retired too?
We can be. I mean, we've lived semi-retired since we were in our early 30s.
I know. And it's only recently that we've decided that we want to get a lot of different things done. So we are working our butts off to make sure it's all paid for so we can enjoy it and not have to worry about it.
Now, that is a good thing about Mexico because we have not been able to get into debt here. Just because debt is crazy in this country. They will sell you at Electra a radio for 50 pesos a month for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like it is crazy what these people pay for interest. And we did that in Canada. We hated it. And it's not fun. So now we pay for everything. We pay for the houses, we pay for the vehicles, everything is paid for in our life. And it's just a better way to do things. And yes,
yeah, it's a balancing game. You're right. And so far, John and I have been able to balance it pretty well. Our fun and work.
I can't juggle.
We didn't say juggle.
Juggle in the jungle. That's the name of our life story.
No, it is not.
Juggle in the jungle.
Nope.
I think so.
Balancing on the beach. That's better.
Sounds like a yoga book.
It's okay.
Who does yoga here? Does anybody do yoga? I had somebody once tell me.
I think if we did yoga, I'd have a lot less back pain right now.
Somebody who does, somebody who doesn't do yoga once told me that yoga wasn't a sport. I punched him in the face. Only because I did yoga one time. I was sore for so many days.
And it was
afterwards.
chair yoga.
It was what?
Wasn't it the chair yoga that you did?
No, I did real yoga. Like I looked like a pretzel, Christie.
You're not that flexible.
I really am not. But that's the beauty of the yoga is that for 2 weeks up to 2 months after that, my back never hurt at all.
Yeah, yoga and Pilates would be very good for both of us. Well, Pilates maybe not so much because of your hernia
Stomach thing. What the heck? Yeah, I'm falling to pieces. I warn my son all the time. I'm like, dude, you got to take care of yourself because if you don't, your body will get angry with you and it will start shutting down and quitting. Christie's going to try Pilates pilots with me when I come back in the fall. There you go. I think one of my favorite Corner Gas things, if you're American, you probably haven't seen it, but Corner Gas is a Canadian sitcom, which I loved, and it only came out after we moved to Mexico. So thank you, Vic and Tanis, for getting us those DVDs for season 1. But there's this scene in there where they're like, I could never do pilots because the guy killed Jesus. So anybody, if they created an exercise based off the guy that kills Jesus, they're not interested. I loved that. That was very funny because it is pilots. Although they pronounce it Pilates, it's pilots.
Oh, yeah. You can see that face, Jolene. You're right.
Reformer. Yes. So I think we're done here, honey. I think we do have to start our day.
Yeah, well, we have to get over to our appointment at 11.
What? Oh, yeah.
Clem's fine. That's good.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow. Unless you're Monica and Tony, we will see you there in about an hour and a half, more or less. And we'd love to see everybody here, but you have to come to Mexico.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one. We will chat